The last part is the anti-skate weight. What the anti-skate weight does is counteract the acceleration of the tone arm inward. The record's a spiral, which means the tone arm is going to want to accelerate towards the inner side of the record. What the weight does is will counteract and pull the tone arm back out to counterbalance that force so that it doesn't track the left or right side of the record unevenly. To set the anti-skate, we take this little tiny loop, don't try to retie it, this little tiny loop here is going to fit over this little rod on top of the tone arm. To fit the anti-skate, we're going to fit it over this rod. You see the three little notches there in the rod we typically use for this cartridge. The middle one is just like a counterweight. Depending on where you place it, it's going to pull harder. So we're going to use the middle one, take this loop, fit it over the rod, get it centered in that middle groove just like that. Kind of gently hold onto it there, and I put my thumb on the arm like this so it doesn't fly around again. It's always about making the tone arm safe. Oops. Let's do it one more time. Practice makes perfect. Get it right in the middle there. Yep. Hold that down. Just simply lay it in through that loop, and that's it. And you can see as I move the arm in, the weight will rise, which means as the weight's going to want to pull the tone arm back out in this direction. You can see it moving. So that's it. Now to cue onto the record, let's actually put a record on here. Rather than trying to take the tone arm and drop it accurately right at the beginning of your favorite song and maybe scratch the record and have that big scratch noise come through your speakers, lift the cue lever up. You see this piece will rise. Put the needle wherever you want it. It'll be suspended over the record. At that point, just lower the cue, and very slowly you'll see this drop in. So you don't have to worry about scratching it when you drop it. When you're done, lift the cue, and it's off. And then you can put the arm back in the cradle. And that's it. The last step is if you want to use the dust cover, you don't have to. Most people like to use the dust cover. This is clear acrylic piece here. These two here will fit over the two stems. Very simple. And down you go. At this point, you can raise this. Power cord goes in right back here. Power switch is on the side, and off you go. So at this point, we can play it. Now that our turntable is working, one of the coolest features of this product that we're going to take advantage of right now is the USB feature. We can import audio from a turntable into a computer, which is a really, really big thing people are doing today. So the USB cable, it's a standard USB cable. It's included with the turntable, but if you lose it, just a standard USB cable like what you'd use for your printer will work. So the first thing we're going to do is hook this end of the USB to the output. We should hear Windows recognize it. There it goes. Now this program is called Audacity. This is not part of the turntable product. You need an audio processing program of some kind. We suggest Audacity. It is a free download off the internet. Okay, there's the program. Now your control panel should recognize, you just want to double check it, but the Windows recognize the microphone. The turntable is basically a microphone in this case. The computer thinks it's a USB microphone. Okay? So the line is live. Let's go to Sounds. Go to Sounds. Excuse me, Audio, sorry. And you'll see in sound recording, the input, USB audio codec. It should say USB audio device or something like that here, and you'll want to make sure that your playback is still your computer's sound card. So you can see right there the picture of a microphone. The computer thinks our turntable is a microphone, and it will take a live input from that turntable at any time. So let's try it. Here's the record button. Hit record, wave an open line, nothing's happening. Let's take a look at our turntable over here. If I come over and drop the needle in the middle of our song, let it go, come back over to the computer, and you can see now it's beginning to pick up audio. Now we don't hear anything because it's just recording. We got a good little sample there. Let's stop. And if I hit play, There's our record. Okay, so I didn't get the whole track, but you can see how it works. If I want to record the entire record in one take, I can do it. If I want to separate it by tracks, you'll have to kind of sit and babysit it a little bit if you want to have a separate track or a separate file for each track on the record, each song on the record. You'll have to watch it. Audacity will really allow you to do just about anything you want. When you're done, you export it. You can save the project, but it's going to save the project as an Audacity file that only Audacity can open. You really don't need to do that. Better way is to go down here and export it. And it'll say, how do you want to save it? We can save it as a WAV file, which is full resolution, or AIFF, which is also full resolution, or we can go down here and cut it as an MP3 file. Let's say we want to compress it to an MP3. MP3 won't sound as good as WAV, but it takes up less space, and you can put more songs on a hard drive with the MP3. You do sacrifice some sound quality to do it, though. Just name your song whatever you want to, and then hit save, and it'll go into your library, and you know, just like you're selecting any file, tell it where you want it to go, and you've saved it. At that point, you can create folders for your albums and put all the songs organized however you wish. So that's how the USB feature works.